Have you noticed that long trips now leave you more drained than inspired? Traveling after 70 can be a wonderful dream, but it often comes with challenges that many don't expect. What once felt like a carefree adventure can suddenly turn into a test of endurance, leaving you tired, achy, or even anxious long after the trip ends. If you've ever returned home from a vacation feeling older instead of refreshed, you're not alone. In this video, we'll uncover 6 key reasons why you should think carefully before taking long trips after 70. These insights are drawn from real experiences and backed by science, helping you understand what's really happening beneath the surface. More importantly, we'll share practical advice to help you travel smarter and stay well if you do decide to go. So if you've been wondering whether those long journeys are still worth it or how to make them safer and more enjoyable, stay with us. By the end, you'll know exactly what to watch out for and how to protect your energy, health, and peace of mind. Now let's get started. Reason 1. Increased physical stress and health risks. The first thing you may notice when embarking on a long trip after 70 is how much harder it is on your body compared to just a few years ago. Extended travel, whether by plane, train, or car, can place significant stress on your joints, muscles, and circulation. Sitting for long periods in cramped seats can cause stiffness, swelling, or even blood clots in the legs, a risk that only increases with age. It is also common to experience fatigue much sooner, with less energy to enjoy your destination or the activities you had planned. For many seniors, changes in routine, unfamiliar food, and altered sleep patterns can lead to digestive troubles, dehydration, or exacerbation of chronic health conditions. Medications may be missed or taken at the wrong time due to time zone changes or confusion, which can have serious consequences. Even a mild cold or a minor injury can turn into a major setback when you're far from your usual doctors and support system. It's not just the obvious risk either. Many people underestimate how quickly heat, cold, or altitude changes can sap strength and put extra strain on the heart and lungs. Recovery times from even simple exertion can be much longer, and it's easy to overdo it without realizing until you're already feeling run down. I remember a man named Harold, now in his late 70s, who used to travel cross-country every summer to visit his grandchildren. In his younger days, the journey was a breeze, but after 70, he found himself dealing with back pain, swollen ankles, and lingering exhaustion that lasted days after his return. He eventually decided that shorter, more frequent visits closer to home left him feeling healthier and happier, with more quality time spent with his family. If you want to protect your health and enjoy your later years to the fullest, it is essential to recognize the physical toll that long trips can take. By listening to your body and being honest about your limitations, you can avoid unnecessary risks and focus on travel that leaves you feeling refreshed rather than depleted. Reason 2. Disrupted sleep and exhaustion. Another major reason to think twice about long trips after 70 is the disruption to your sleep routine and the exhaustion that often follows. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to changes in our environment, especially when it comes to rest. Even healthy seniors can find themselves struggling to get a good night's sleep away from home. New beds, unfamiliar noises, and changes in time zones or daily schedules can make it harder to fall asleep or stay asleep through the night. For some, it can feel like your body never fully adjusts before it is time to pack up and return. Missing even a few hours of restful sleep can have a bigger impact than you might expect. It can affect your balance, memory, mood, and even your immune system. You may find that you are more irritable, less able to focus, or simply too tired to enjoy the sights and activities you were looking forward to. For those managing chronic conditions such as diabetes or heart disease, lack of sleep can also make it harder to keep symptoms under control and stick to a healthy routine. The exhaustion that builds up during a long trip can linger long after you come home. Many older adults find that it takes days or even weeks to fully recover from disrupted sleep. This can make you feel older than your years, sap your motivation for future activities, and even put you at greater risk for accidents or illness during and after your travels. I once knew a woman named Mary, in her early 80s, who prided herself on being able to roll with the punches when she traveled. But after a long vacation overseas, She noticed that it took her nearly 2 weeks to regain her normal sleep pattern. She was left feeling out of sorts, less energetic, and even a bit forgetful for weeks afterward. Mary decided that in the future, shorter getaways within her own time zone helped her sleep better and truly enjoy her adventures. Prioritizing good sleep is one of the smartest ways to maintain your health and well-being as you age. If travel leaves you tired and worn out, it might be time to rethink those long, exhausting journeys in favor of trips that leave you rested and restored. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Reason 3, higher risk of illness and infections. A third reason to be cautious about long trips after 70 is the heightened risk of catching an illness or infection while you're away from home. Airplanes, trains, buses, and crowded tourist spots can all be breeding grounds for germs. As we age, our immune systems become less robust, making it easier to pick up common viruses like colds, the flu, or even more serious infections. The consequences of getting sick on the road can be much more severe than when you were younger. Travel exposes you to unfamiliar bacteria, changes in diet and water, and the stress of adapting to new environments, all of which can weaken your natural defenses. Simple activities such as eating out at restaurants, touching handrails, or sharing space with other travelers can increase your risk of bringing home more than just souvenirs. For older adults, even minor illnesses can quickly escalate into more serious problems, leading to hospital visits, missed medications, or complications with existing health issues. It's not just the risk of catching something new. Long trips often mean long stretches away from your own doctors, familiar areas, and health support network. If you do become ill, getting the care you need in an unfamiliar place can be confusing or delayed, and language barriers or different medical systems can add to the stress. Sometimes it can be difficult to explain your medical history or allergies to new providers, which can result in less effective or inappropriate treatment. For example, I recall a man named Edward in his mid-70s who took a cruise with friends through several countries. While he enjoyed the scenery, he ended up catching a respiratory infection halfway through the trip. Far from his regular doctor, he struggled to get the right medication and spent much of the vacation feeling miserable. The illness lingered even after he returned home, affecting his health and independence for weeks. Protecting yourself from illness is more important than ever as you age. Even with good planning, the exposure that comes with long trips can outweigh the benefits. Choosing shorter local trips, traveling during low season, and prioritizing destinations where medical care is easily accessible can help keep you healthy and strong for all the adventures still ahead. Reason 4, loss of routine and its impact on well-being. A fourth important reason to avoid long trips after 70 is the disruption of your daily routines, those steady habits that keep you feeling balanced, healthy, and in control. Routine becomes more important as we age, providing a foundation for good health, emotional stability, and confidence in daily life. When you travel for extended periods, your normal schedule is often replaced by unpredictable mealtimes, unusual foods, skipped medications, missed exercise, and a general sense of being off balance. Losing your routine can have wide-ranging effects. For example, missing regular meals or eating unfamiliar foods can lead to digestive problems, blood sugar swings, or even weight changes. If you're used to a certain exercise schedule or regular walks, being away from home can make it harder to stay active, leading to stiffness, loss of strength, and even a decline in mood. Those who depend on a consistent sleep schedule may find themselves up at odd hours, tired during the day, and unable to fully participate in travel activities. Routine also plays a major role in managing chronic health conditions. Many older adults rely on carefully timed medications, regular checkups, and monitoring of symptoms. Long trips can interrupt these vital practices, leading to skipped doses, confusion about time zones, or even running out of essential medicines while on the road. The anxiety of trying to stay on track in a new environment can add stress, making travel feel more like a burden than a joy. It's not just physical health that suffers. Routine gives structure to your days, helping you maintain a sense of purpose, independence, and calm. When it's lost, you may feel more anxious, overwhelmed, or disconnected from the simple pleasures of daily life. Travel should bring enrichment and excitement, not a sense of chaos or loss of control. I knew a woman named Gloria in her 70s who prided herself on her healthy habits at home. Daily walks, balanced meals, regular hobbies. During a month-long trip to visit relatives across the country, she found herself struggling to keep up. Meals were unpredictable, exercise routines vanished, and her usual sense of peace gave way to fatigue and frustration. When she returned, it took weeks to regain her routine and her confidence. As you grow older, honoring your routines is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Travel that disrupts your schedule too deeply may not be worth the toll it takes. Consider trips that allow you to maintain as much of your home routine as possible. Shorter getaways, familiar places, or vacations with flexible schedules that let you feel comfortable, secure, and at your best. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Navigating these hurdles is never easy, but it can be especially daunting when you are unfamiliar with local systems, face language barriers, or lack quick access to important medical information. Even the simple task of contacting your own doctor to explain new symptoms or to get advice may be complicated by time zone differences or communication hurdles. For many older adults, the stress of an unexpected event is magnified by concerns about independence, finances, and the ability to return home safely. Being in an unfamiliar place can make small problems feel overwhelming and large problems almost insurmountable. This heightened stress can have lingering effects on your health, mood, and sense of security long after the trip ends. I remember a woman named Betty in her 70s who took a long-planned trip to a distant city to attend a family wedding. During her visit, she had a minor fall and needed medical attention. The process of finding a local clinic, explaining her health needs, and arranging follow-up care was confusing and exhausting. The experience left her more cautious about traveling far from her usual network, and she later found greater comfort in planning trips closer to home, where help was always nearby. Emergencies are never planned, but being prepared is much easier when you are surrounded by the support and familiarity of home. As you grow older, choosing travel that keeps you within reach of those who know and care for you is a wise way to protect your health, independence, and peace of mind. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a quiet moment to reflect on your own travel plans and the experiences you've had after 70. What stood out to you most today? Which of these 6 reasons speaks to your own journey? And how might your travel choices change moving forward? Remember, there's no rule that says you have to take long, complicated trips to enjoy your golden years. Sometimes the best adventures are found close to home, surrounded by the people and places that bring you peace, comfort, and real joy. Honoring your health, your routines, and your emotional well-being is a powerful way to protect yourself as you age. You deserve travel that adds to your life, not travel that leaves you feeling depleted or overwhelmed. Consider how shorter, more flexible getaways can offer all the excitement and enrichment of travel without the burdens that come from being far away for too long. There is wisdom in knowing your own limits and embracing the freedom to choose what's right for you, no matter what others are doing. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.